Tonight's session is a calm session. It's not a full-on core session. It's about being mindful of your body. So looking at any imbalances that you notice from one side to the other side when we're just working individual sides. Think about any tension that you're holding as well. So if you're holding tension in your back or your shoulders, just be aware of it and just adjust your pelvis position. So when we talk about a neutral spine, that's a neutral or a natural spine for you. So we will all be different. And if you stood and extended your pelvis, so if you tilted it back, that would be A. If you tilt it all the way forward, that would be C. And we're looking for somewhere in the middle, in that sort of B position. So we're going to try and maintain that position in all of the moves that we do this evening. Go at your own pace. Yeah, it's about calming the body down. It's about releasing any tension in the body and just relax into the exercises as we do them. So we're going to start with a warm-up. I like to do a top to toe. So we're literally going to start with the head, turning the head to the side, back to centre, other side. So just releasing the tension out of the neck without trying to force the movement. Okay, and then just drop that ear down towards the shoulder, other side. So it's just a gentle stretch. And then we're going to drop that chin down to the chest, so just stretching out the top of the back. Lifting it up. So drop it down and lift it back up. One more. Okay, and then just let those arms hang. We're just going to rotate the upper body, trying to keep the lower body as still as we can, hips facing forwards. Just bringing some movement into the back, just releasing the back. So let the arms hang. That's it. And then hands on hips, let's do some hip circles. So one direction and then the other. So really push the hip to the side, out to the front, to the side and all the way back. And then rotate back the other way. That's it. Okay, then raising one knee, so bringing your knee up to the waist, back down. You can release those hands if you need to and use them for balance. Okay, then raise opposite arm to leg. So getting some movement into those shoulders. Okay, then point one toe, so extend that leg. Let's draw a circle one way, so circle it round, and then other direction. So we're getting some movement into those ankles. Okay, other side. So extend the leg, draw the circle. Another direction, and again you'll find one side easier than the other. Okay, Okay, then we're going to bring those shoulders, so arms down by your side, bring the shoulders up, round, just working those hands down the legs, halfway up, so up to the knees, back down to wherever you can reach, and then come back up, take those shoulders back, stretch out the chest, and bring them back over, roll down. So up to the back flattens, take it back down, then all the way up. Take the shoulders back, tuck that chin, roll down. Up to flat back, back down. Let's just do one more. So rolling over. We're trying to release the back. We're stretching those hamstrings. Okay, just take those feet just a little bit wider than hips. We're just going to start reaching down past the knee. That's it. So reach down. That's it. And then bring those hands together, take them up overhead and bend to one side. Back to centre, other side. That's it, so just alternating sides. Reaching across. Bring the arms down, take those feet nice and wide. And we're just going to bring one forearm down, bring the arm overhead, and swap to the other side. So bend that knee, leaning on that thigh, and then we're just going to keep rotating across. So we're reaching with those fingertips. One more on each side. Okay, then we're going to come down onto our mats. So seated on the mat, feet up on the heels. Just point that camera down, you'll be able to see what I'm doing. Okay, extend the arms out so that the wrists are on those knees. You're going to tuck your chin down to your chest, tilting your pelvis as you gently roll half the way back, so fingertips are on the knees, and come back up to wrists. So So you keep those arms extended. So just rolling down nice and slow, coming back up. And just notice as you roll back and your pelvis tilts that your abdominals are braced, they're stopping you from going all the way down. So it's a nice slow movement. And then start to bring one elbow back towards the floor. Come back up, other side. So bring the elbow back. That's it. Keep that chin tucked down. And then just have a little bend forward just to stretch that back. Let's extend the legs out. Just stretch down. So reaching up nice and high. And roll forward. Okay, we're going to roll all the way down. So knees are bent. You can tuck the chin in, just roll down to the floor. Bring the feet in. Hands behind the head, so the hands are supporting the head and the neck. The head's going to hang as a dead weight. So you're going to tilt this pelvis in as you peel up and back down. So nice and slow, nice and controlled. Tilt the pelvis in, lift those shoulder blades off the mat and lower back down. Nice and slow, nice and controlled. Then can you take those feet up into a tabletop? So ankle in line with the knee, which is in line with the hip. And we're going to carry on with our curling up and back down. So as we curl up, we're going to bring that belly button in towards the spine. And keep it controlled on the way back down. And then as you curl up, just bring those knees in and take them back out as you curl down. So we're just adding that little crunch in to work those deep core muscles. And then on the next one, just bring those knees into your chest and rock from side to side, just to give your back a little massage. Okay, then lower the feet to the floor. We're going to tilt our pelvis. So we're going to tilt the pelvis back. We're going to lift the hips off the mat and come up into a bridge raise. So the hips are high. We're then going to come down one vertebrae at a time until the hips touch the mat, and then tilt the pelvis back. So as you tilt, peel up off the mat nice and slow, keeping it controlled. So coming up onto those shoulders, making the back strong, the glutes are engaged and the hamstrings are working to lift you up. Push the hips up as high as you can, and then lower back down, keeping it controlled, keeping that belly button pulled in all the time, and releasing as you touch the mat. Just keep that movement going. On the next one, can you take the arms overhead? So as you raise up, the arms come up. The arms come over the head to touch the floor. And as you lower back down, just lower those arms down. So we work on that shoulder mobility, as well as the back strength and core stability. Do one more, so raising up, take those arms back, and then lowering back down. Okay, lift the feet from the floor, so back up into tabletop position. Pulling that belly button down towards your spine, just tapping one foot at a time on the floor. So trying to keep that neutral spine position, trying to keep the abs engaged. Then we're going to tap down twice. So the second tap will take the foot further away from the hips. Always return and back up into that tabletop position, keeping those abdominal muscles braced. Okay, let's add a third one in. So 2 taps with the toe, extend the leg and touch with the heel. So toe, toe, heel. So that leg's fully extended when the heel taps. And if you need to stop and reset those core muscles, do so. So if at any time you feel it going to your back, just stop, reset your core muscles, pull that belly button in towards the spine. Okay, and then just bring those knees into the chest again. Give your back a little massage. And just make sure you've got plenty of room either side of you. We'll do some knee drops. So we're going to come up into tabletop. We're going to extend the arms out by the side and just drop those knees, keeping the shoulder blades in contact with the mat. So just take the knees as far as you can, either side. So just alternating sides. Just be aware of the spine. Just be aware of any creaking or clonking or any movement within that spine as you move across. So we're giving it some rotation and start to take the head in the opposite direction to the knees. So we're really getting some movement into that spine.
I want to be with you forever.
That's it. Turn it across. And on the next one, can you extend the top leg? Bend it back in. Take it across. Extend the leg away. Okay, on the next one, we're just going to hold to that side. So turn your head to face the opposite direction. We're just going to hold this for 1 minute. And try to relax into this stretch. So make sure that head is turned in the opposite direction. And then bring those knees over the top and let them rest on the other side. Again, turning the head. Relaxing down into the mat. So just enjoy the stretch. And then we're going to bring those knees up. We're going to come up onto the mat onto all fours. So hands and knees hip width apart. We want to try and keep our back nice and flat. So we're pulling the abs in, pelvis is tilted. We're going to extend one arm and one leg, just up in line with the shoulders and the hips. Alternate sides. And just keep that going. Just being mindful of how the body reacts and how the body moves when we're balancing on one side. So reach with the fingertips, point the toes, making that body as long as you can. And on the next one, once you've extended, can you just take it on a diagonal? So we move the hand across, we move the leg across. Back to centre and back down. All the while we're trying to maintain that flat back. Pulling that belly button in towards the spine. So take it wide. So let's do two more that are wide. And on the next one, we're going to extend the arm and the leg, and then we're going to bring the elbow in underneath the body towards the knee. Extend back out and back down onto the mat. Other side, so you extend, bring the elbow into the knee, under the body. Extend again and back down. So really challenging the core muscles with this movement. Challenging the balance. So one more. And coming down flat on the mat. So forearms on the mat. Take a deep breath in. As you breathe out, just raise the shoulders up and lower back down. So exhale as you lift up and then inhale on the way back down. Try to relax the shoulders down towards the hips. keeping it nice and slow and nice and controlled. So we're just working the lower back in that lumbar region. We're stretching out the abdominals. Do one more. And then on the next one, we're going to extend the arms. So a nice back extension and lower back down.
Can you feel my heartbeat?
That's it. So pushing up, bringing those shoulder blades down. Lower back down. Again, exhale as you raise up. Just hold at the top. And then inhale on the way back down. And if you find your breathing works better the other way round, that is absolutely fine.
Can you feel my heartbeat?
Just do one more like this. Lower back down. Then take your hands by your side, so palms facing up. And as you breathe out, lift the chest and back down. So really strengthening the lower back.
The soul is so pure.
Let's do one more. And place those hands back down. Come back up onto all fours. We're going to tuck the chin in. We're going to tilt the pelvis so we lift the back up. Really pulling in the core muscles. And then tilt that pelvis forward so we end up with a nice big scoop and lift the head and chest. So again, tilt the pelvis, pull that belly button in, push that back up, tuck that chin into chest. And back down.
The soul is so pure.
So let's keep that going nice and slow, nice and controlled. Really lifting the back. And then lowering down. Okay, on the next one, let's just push back. So push those hips down towards the heels. Just extend those arms and pop that forehead on the floor. So we're trying to keep these hips in contact with our heels if we can. And just extend the arms away. And then we're just going to lift the hips, extend the arms and come down onto the mat. You can fold the arms if you want to get a cushion, you could get a cushion. If you want to turn your lights out, you can turn your lights out. We're just going to have some quiet time, some relaxation, just laying on the mat. So just find a position that's comfortable for you. So make sure your feet are comfortable and that you're sinking down into your mat. Close your eyes, trying to release any tension in the body. So letting the knees sink down and become heavy. And working up towards the hips. Let them relax and sink down into the mat. And try to release any tension in the abdominal muscles. And in the chest. Adjust your hands and your arms until you find a comfortable position. And then think about your breathing. Trying to breathe in for a count of 4. Holding the breath for a count of 4. Before you then exhale for a count of 4. And just think about the air coming in, filling up the lungs, trying to take that air all the way down to the bottom of the lungs. Trying to clear your mind of any thoughts of the day or any worries about tomorrow. So we're just going to take a minute of complete silence.